like, subscribe, and leave a comment. So here's your review of TUF episode 5. Make sure you hit that notification button and like and subscribe. So it starts with Conor pulling up to the TUF house. He greets everybody and then he gets his team and sets up an exercise session for McGregor fast, basically involved doing explosive movements on the rowing machine, and Conor McGregor gets involved himself, so kudos to him. Then it goes to Michael Chandler, so he's sorting out training for Brad, who's going to be fighting. Brad calls himself a bit of a diva, but he said he wants specific training for his fight and he wants to see film and he wants to see the film with the coaches. So we will see how that all plays out. So on team McGregor, you got Carlos Vera, who's going to be fighting. He's an Ecuadorian. He recently came to America as a child and he had to learn how to be American, and he has a history of martial arts, training martial arts. He's been trained by John Cavada, who Brad trains with as well, and who trains Conor McGregor. And John Kavanagh has said any fight against Brad he will not be involved in. So then you have Michael and his team doing video prep with Brad, going through the fights, watching fights as he wanted to do. Then Lee and Brad talk about being on the same team but not being on the same team, and they want to talk. Sort of Lee asks Brad about his record. Obviously Brad fought in the previously in the UFC, even fought Marab previously as well. Then you have the fight announcement, which is Carlos versus Brad. They both make weight and Carlos basically says he is ready. Then you have the fight, so the fight versus Brad versus Carlos Vera. Really good match, but it's basically wrestling heavy on Brad's side. He just used wrestling heavy for 2 rounds and got the victory. So that means Conor McGregor's team is now 5-0. Conor is frustrated and he goes, these fights should be 3 rounds instead of 2. Leave a comment.